Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you might be getting our signals from. Welcome to Serekunda East Mini Stadium for another exciting clash between KWT of Combo East, KWT FA of Combo East, and of course the Fajara South will be locking horns this evening here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, the KM Regional Third Division competition, and we are currently at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Like I stated earlier on, the two teams are almost set after walking away from the dressing room, and we will be giving you the live ball-to-ball commentary. Special thanks to our camera operator, Mr. Usman Bojang. I am Abdullah Njai. I will be giving you the live ball-to-ball commentary. Unfortunately, today I will be alone, but nevertheless, we'll try to do my best. To start with KWT, the starting 11 for both teams. KWT are starting with Fakeba Kande from the goalpost, Sajo Bojang, Ibrahima Nyasi, Sankung Kambi, Malang Conte, Abdullah Kujabi, Segu Ture, Yaya Jata, Usenu Sedi, Ibrahima Manjang, and Amadou Wuri Ba. This is the starting 11 for KWT FA, who traveled from miles away from Combo East to Serekunda East here to participate in the KM Regional Third Division competition. And for Fajara South, they starting with Mohammed Jete, Usman Sanyang, Abdullah Jasi, Musa Sanyang, Samsidi Baji, Aliu Dabo, Usenu Seni, Palanding Jalo, Ansumana Drame, Yankuba Sane, and Abdullah Gomez. Well, these are the starting lined up for both teams. As far as today's game is concerned, is KWT versus Fajara South, and we are broadcasting live here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, the famous Serekunda East Mini Stadium, and you're watching Dalaso TV Gambia live. Wherever you might be getting us live, the central referee is almost set and done, and very soon the battle will take place between these two sides. It will be a very important victory match for both teams, and most especially for KWT, who will be very close to the top 3 of the table if they happens to win. And here we go. Fajara South just lead the kickoff here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, and it is Sajo Bojan now for KWT, played to Fakeba Kante, sends in a long one there, looking out for Wuri, but find it difficult to connect to him. Sajo headed away, and that will be the first throw of this game for Fajara South. Will benefited from a throw there, and their number 21 will be taking the throw, who is Samsidin Baji. Samsidin Baji will be taking the throw for Fajara South, and that's Samsidi with the throw there, headed away, and that's the number 10, and that's handball. Well, a free kick to KWT. Fajara South number 10 just fell on the ground, and the referee is there to inspect what exactly happens to him, and it's possible he will be okay to start up with the process. and that's going to be a free kick there for KWTFA, an academy from Cloro Combo East, West Coast region, taking part in their first third division competition here in KM. Their anticipation is to make or book a place in the second tier of Gambian football. That is the aim and objective of the SAM Academy. Let's see what will happen from now against this season after winning some few games with a draw and a defeat as well. And that's a long pass there from KWT number 22 Seni to the number 11 there, who is Yankuba Sane, but that was a throw in there to Fajara South. A throw in there for Fajara South. A throw for Fajara South, taken quickly. The number 6 with a long one there, headed away by KWT. Another header, Fajara South to the number 8 now. KWT now, the number 25 there for KWT, who is Yaya Jata there. And that's going to be a free kick to Fajara South now. Fajara South to the number 10, who is Palandin Jalo. Jalo to the number 22 there, who is Usman Sen. Sen with the ball to the number 2. A very good football there from the Fajara South end. And to the number 21 there, that's a long pass, getting closer to KWT 8 half, but that was a foul by KWT Amadou Wuriba, and that's going to be a free kick to, and that's a free kick there, a free kick there to Fajara South. It's still goalless here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, and this is the third division Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Is the third, and that's a free kick there. And that's going to be a corner. A corner now to Fajara South. They are the first corner of this game to be taken by Fajara South number 3, Abdullah Jassi. Abdullah Jassi will be taking the corner now. The central referee is trying to talk to the player Sekou Toure, and of course some sitting there, and that's a corner and it's dangerous. That's a very good opportunity for Fajara South, and a very good save there by Keba Kante, and that's a free kick to KWT. Free kick there to KWT. Fakeba there, and KWT are yet to get settled here in these first 10 minutes of the game, as Fajara South benefited from a throw there, a long one there from the Fajara South. Sekou now. That's a clearance from Sankun Kambi of KWT at the far end of the field. A throw for Fajara South. A clearance there from Sekou. Well, the defender there for KWT, Ibrahim Anyasi. And that will be a throw for Fajara South. It's still goalless here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. You reminded you're watching Dalaso TV, and this is the 2026 KM Regional Third Division competition. That's going to be a throw for KWT to be taken by Sankun Kambi. Sankun Kambi there, looking out for the midfielder, a long one there. That's Fajara South with a long pass to the number 10 there at the left hand side of the field. That's a 1-1 against Sajo Bojang, and that's a corner according to the central referee. That's a corner for Fajara South. KWT needs to be careful with certain set pieces coming from their opponents. This could be a very dangerous one there. That's a corner for Fajara South to be taken by Abdullah Jasi. They are number 3 with the corner, and this is a header there, but that was an off target, and that will be a goal kick now for KWT. Goal kick now to KWT. Fakeba Kante. Fakeba Kante there will be taking the goal kick. A long one from Kante. Looking out for Hussein Husseini with the header there. The captain for KWT. A very good football from Fajara side. South, number 6 there, who is no other pass in but Abdullah Gomez, and that will be a throw or a free kick to Fajara South. A free kick there to Fajara South. Played quickly to Samsidin Baji. Samsidin with a long pass, looking out for the striker, headed away by Sajo Bojang, and that's Sankun Kambi for KWT, and a free kick there awarded to KWT. A free kick to KWT to be taken by Nyasi, Ibrahim Nyasi. Fakeba will finally going to be taking the free kick for his side. Fakeba Kante there with a long one, looking out for Sankun Kambi there, and there is no foul, and that will be a throw in for Fajara South. That's going to be a throw in. Clearance from the Fajara South captain, headed away by Abdullah Kujabi. Back to Fajara South. Very good clearance from the defender, and a good header from Nyasi. Nyasi there to Kujabi. Kujabi to Kambi. Sankun there, and that's a free kick. A free kick now to the number 2, Musa Sanyang. Sanyang to the number 10 there for Fajara South. And that's a free kick to KWT. A free kick there to KWT as the number 29 for KWT, Malang Konde, has been fouled. And that will be a throw. A throw in there for Fajara South, headed away by Sajo Bojan now, and that will be a free kick or a throw for KWT, and that's a throw for KWT. Malang Conte will be taking that one, and that's a long pass there, headed away by Fajara South defender. A very good football from their number 6 to the goalkeeper. Mohamed Jeta sends in a long one, looking out for the striker, and a very good save there by Fakeba Kante, and that's Malang Conte. Plays to the number 25 Yaya Jata. Not a good pass from Jata there, and that would be a throw in there for Fajara South. A throw in there for Fajara South, and that would be another throw for KWT. Throw for KWT. Reminded you're watching Dalaso TV live, and we are broadcasting live here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, and this is the 2025 KM Regional Third Division competition. 12 minutes played from our own timing. That's an opportunity for KWT, but that was an offside. Well, I was alone before, but finally joined by a colleague journalist from Capital FM, Ismaila Tamba, will be assisting here from the commentary desk here, and it's a pleasure to share this platform with him. We will engage him any moment from now. That's Fajara South. They are number 10 now. That's a very good football there. And now to Abdullah Kujabi. Kujabi there. A very good football from KWT. Kujabi with the ball. Played to the number 25 Yaya Jata. Jata started back to Keba Keta. Keba Kante Rada. Kante to Usenu. Usenu there. And now Usenu with the ball. Usenu there. Well, Ismaila Tamba. Well, thank you very much. Welcome back. Welcome back to and it's still goalless here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Well, Ismaila, welcome to Dalaso TV. This is your area, 3rd Division competition, KM and KWT of Combo East and Fajara South are currently locking horns this evening here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium.
All right, thank you so much, Abdullah Njai, colleague as well. And then this is one of its kind, and for this encounter, I believe it's one of its kind, and then it's a test for KWT and then Fajara. As you all know, perhaps one might say this is not a fortress ground, but then this is the 3rd division for KM, and I believe the way I observe this encounter, perhaps one might say, Fajara put in more effort, but we can see KWT are also getting more opportunities from this encounter. But they will tell you, it is never over until it is all over here at Serekunda East Mini Stadium. But we wait and see what will be the results here between these two teams as well. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Ismaila Tamba. It's still goalless here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. A very good clearance there from Nyasi, and that's the number 11 for KWT, Ibrahima Sanyang with the ball. Sanyang there, played to Usenu Sedi, Usenu to Sanyang, and that was a very poor pass there from Usenu Sedi. Usenu, who is struggling to regain that form for KWT this year. He find it difficult to settle today in these first 20 minutes of the first half. Sajo Bojang, and that will be a throw for KWT to be taken by Malang Conte. Malang Conte there for KWT with the throw, and that's another throw for KWT. Malang Conte, clearance from Seku. Wuri there, not Sankung Kambi to Seku Ture. Fajara South are currently enjoying the position, and that would be a goal kick for KWT. That will be a goal kick for KWT. Fakeba Kante with a long pass, looking out for Sekou Toure there, and that's a foul. A free kick there to Fajara South. Free kick there to Fajara South. You reminded you're watching Dalaso TV live. We are broadcasting live here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. And this is the KM 3rd Division competition, regional 3rd Division competition. KWT, a team from Combo East, Kuloro against Fajara South. A long pass there. Now to the number 10. Very good football there from Malang Conte for KWT to Kefa Keba, and that's a corner. A corner there for Fajara South. That's a corner for Fajara South to be taken by their specialist Abdullah Jassi. Abdullah Jassi. Abdullah Jassi will be taking the corner for his side. Jassy there. That's a very dangerous corner from Jassy. A long one from Fakeba Kante to Usainu Sedi. Usainu with the ball for KWT. Looking out for Sankun Kambi. Sankun to Seku. Intercepted there. KWT are definitely struggling from the midfield. They find it difficult to connect. And that makes life so difficult for them at this point in time. Well, Ismaila.
Well, automatically, Abdullah, you can see they're really struggling when it comes to most of their this build-up or most of their this encounter. They find it very difficult, at least to contain the ball within the center of the field. You can see, the players from Fajara, they in fact, they don't give them the opportunity to get more touches in their own yard. That is to say, perhaps, one can say, the defending side from Fajara knows them very well. They knows the tactic that they are playing, but they will tell you this is KWT. They don't stop with only academy, with under 9, under 15, under 17. But this is one of its kind for KWT, and I believe with the Council of Elders, the people behind this said academy understood very well the opportunity that is now given for this third division will play more positive impact to this KWT academy, so that more people will get this academy. But as well, you cannot even see they are really struggling. But then I believe if the governor for KWT is watching very well, might come with another mantra in the second half of this encounter. But for now on, they're really struggling. Fajara putting more pressure. You can even see those flanks and those tall lanky boys. It's a corner actually. Well, yes, it's actually a corner, and the central referee wasted no time, at least awarded the corner to Fajara as well. But back to you, Abdullah Njai.
Thank you very much, Ismaila Tamba, for that wonderful analysis. And that's the corner for Fajara South, as KWT are definitely struggling at this point in time since the start of the game. And it's still goalless here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. And that's a corner. A corner there for Fajara South, and that's a very good clearance from Sajo Bojang. And that's Seku. And that's dangerous there. Another good clearance from Sajo Bojang. KWT launching an attack there through Usainu Sedi. Usainu there with the ball. Usainu looking out for the number 25 there, Yaya Jata, but intercepted there by Fajara number 6. That's a very good football there from Fajara Abdullah Gomez. Sajo Bojang. Another header now. Malang Conte to Sankun Kambi. Kambi to Seku. Abdullah Kujabi, and that's a free kick to KWT. Abdullah Kujabi or Sajo Bojang will be taking this free kick for KWT. And it's still goalless. A long one from Sajo. Looking out for Sego Toure, headed away by Malang Conte, as play continue from the central referee there, Yaya Jata. Jata to Malang Conte. Conte with the ball. Looking out for the number 11 there, Ibrahim Manjang. Manjan there, who find it difficult, and still there with the ball. Manjan still there with the ball for, and there's no foul as the central referee is not interested. That's a counter there for Fajara South. But a very good save there by Fakeba Kante, and that will be a cooling break as the sun looks very hot here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. It's still goalless between these two sides. And Mr. Tamba, I know you have been following Fajara South and the KM Regional Third Division competition as far as the season is concerned. Talk to us, about, how is the third division competition going on here since the start of the competition?
Well, it has been one of its kind, and then I believe for Fajara South, they're doing a tremendous job when it comes to this KM Third League or division, you may call it as. They are absolutely brilliant, they're absolutely fantastic, and they're pushing more effort when it comes to this third division, and this is where most of the time, these teams get the opportunity to come to the second division, and perhaps one can say the scouts will, follow this third division. That's where most of these scouts will try to see how best, to bring those, young talented individuals. But for Fajara, they are absolutely fantastic from the onset of this third division, that is KM third division. But one can also say KWT, it's also a team that is within the Combo South, and Combo North, that is also absolutely fantastic because they don't even stop with this third division. They have more of academy that is under 15, under 9, and then I once cover so many of their finals, and which is under 15, under 9, and so many other at least let's say the categories of academy within the KWT. But they're absolutely fantastic when it comes to this third division, and this is where I believe the Council of Elders in charge of this academic will have the opportunity to bring these young ones that are within the academy, that are also coming from under 15, coming down from the under 9 as the academy is concerned. But this is not the only thing that they are also doing, because we have some players that are very brilliant from this academy that are now into the second division. The likes of Francis of Sibano United was one time within this academy, and we have the likes of Dembo Dabo. I stand to be corrected. Dembo Dabo, I stand to be corrected as well. But we have so many brilliants that in this said academy, that is KWT, that are also producing. So perhaps they are absolutely doing fantastic. And to tell you the fact, for now, if they want to progress with this first half of this encounter, they have to come up with low balls, because if they use, like, let's say, high balls, you can even see Fajara South, we have those tall, lanky, at least defending side, which they are so tall. If they use most of these, high line, or let's say, these up balls, they find it very difficult, and they use their what we call, physical, challenges to, to at least break those balls. But one can say it's never over until it's all over as well. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Ismaila Tamba, for that insightful details in regards to the third division competition here in KM. And welcome back after that cooling break. Is still goalless here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. A low one from Fakeba. Ahead and now back to Marang Abdullah Kujabi, rather intercepted. It is absolutely not a good performance from KWT at this point in time. They completely lack that connectivity, and that's going to be a free kick to KWT. Fakeba Kante will be taking that one for KWT. A long one from Kante, looking out for Manjang, headed away. Senu Saidi, Senu to Seku, Seku to Senu, Senu to Conte, Conte to Manjang, Manjang with the ball. That was too much from Manjang. Sajo Bojang, and the referee, that's a free kick. That's a free kick. Free kick there to KWT. Senu Sedi played back to Fakeba. Fakeba to Nyasi with the long pass there. Back to Usenu. Sankum Kambi to Seku Ture there. That's a foul caused by Amadou Wuriba. That was a free kick. A long one taken by the defender, captain. And that will be a throw-in for KWT, taken by Malang Conte to Abdullah Kujabi. Kujabi there, headed away. Now to Nyasi with the header, who lose the balance there. Sankun Kambi with the header, back to Malang Fakeba Kante there. Fakeba Kante to Nyasi. Back to Fajara South. That will be a throw in there for Fajara South. Throw for Fajara South. You reminded you're watching Dalaso TV Gambia, and we broadcast live via the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. KM Regional Third Division competition. Sajo Bojang. Sajo at this point in time looks the only player who is performing very well for KWT at this point in time, and that's Nyasi. Played quickly to Usenu Sedi. Usenu there to Nyasi. KWT there launching an attack. Usenu with the cross that was blocked there by back to Usenu again, and that's a goal kick for Fajara South. Fajara South there benefited from a goal kick, and the goalkeeper Mohamed Jete played squigly to the captain for Fajara South. A long clearance there from the captain. That will be a throw for KWT. Sankun Kambi to be taking that one. Kambi to Wuri to Seku. Seku to Usenu. Usenu to Seku. A very good football from KWT. And that's a free kick. A free kick there to KWT. Seku Toure was fouled. And that will be a free kick. That will be a free kick to KWT FA. A free kick to KWT FA. Two players behind the ball. Sankun Kambi will finally be taking the free kick for KWT. Sankun Kambi. Sankun there. And that's an opportunity. Very good save there by Mohamed Jete. That's the number 10 there. Palan Njalo for Fajara South. Intercepted there. And that's Abdullah Kujabi. Kujabi to Usenu. Usenu Sedi. Sedi to Abdullah Kujabi. Kujabi to Yaya Jata. Jata plays to Ibrahima Manjang. A very good football from KWT. Cross comes in, and that was a good clearance there by Fajara South defender Sajo Bojang. Not a good one there from Bojang. And that's Palanding Jalo to the number 16. And this could be dangerous. Cross comes in from Fajara side. And that's a very good clearance. There will be a throw in there for Fajara South. The number 2 there with the throw, Musa Sanyang. to Palanding. Palanding with the ball for Fajara. This could be dangerous. And a very good football there. Seku. Seku to Yaya. And that's a counter there for KWT. And that's Manjang. A very good effort there. Well, recently, Tamba, after that cooling break, we've seen some effectiveness from the KWT side. The first 5 minutes looks very impressive from their end.
Yeah, actually, we can now put onto this context that is KWT are putting more now connectivity. They're having that connectivity and that intensivity here from this cooling break. After that cooling break, we have the likes of Ibrahim Nyasi for KWT. That is absolutely fantastic. And we have the likes of Hussein Usedi, who is the captain. That is captain fantastic. Ibrahim Usedi is absolutely brilliant, because now we can see that connectivity is absolutely having from that end. And perhaps we can also have the defending side from Fajara South. That defender is absolutely brilliant. He knows and he calculates when it comes to what he calls his counter attack from KWT, and that's why he always calculate his steps. That's why any of these encounter that they build, he must have to put more pressure, more energy, so that he can cover the netminder for Fajara South. But absolutely KWT are now putting more effort. But let's wait and see. One can say perhaps their luck might come from this cooling break, but as things goes, they're absolutely brilliant from that short cooling break. Back to you.
Well, absolutely a very impressive football from KWT at this point in time. After that cooling break, they put in more efforts to see how best they can at least effect changes here. And that's a very good football there from the Cloro Base Academy team, knowing that winning today's game will be very important for them and will boost their confidence in competing for qualifiers ahead of the second division football next season, despite the fact that we have some couple of games to go. And this will definitely going to be a very great achievement if KWT-FA happens to book a place into the second tier of Gambian football, as this was the aim and objective of the founder of this academy, Momodu Espa, and the entire team. And that's going to be, and that will going to be, play will continue any moment from now. Play will continue here from the Fajara South half, from the central referee to Sam City Baji. With a long one there, intercepted. Seku to Malang Conte. Conte there to Yaya, but that was too much for Yaya. And Fajara now. Clearance from Sajo Bojang. And that will be a throw in for Fajara South. A throw for Fajara South. The number 2 for Fajara South with the throw. The number 2 there, Musa Sanyang, will be taking the throw for Fajara South, and that's a counter there. It's dangerous for KWT. That's a very dangerous one from the number 10 of Fajara South. Palanding Jalo, who looks to be a very fine player for Fajara South. He has been very effective since the start of the game. And I believe KWT defense line need to be careful with certain mistakes or else they will be punished. And that's a goal kick for KWT. Fakeba sends in a long one, headed away by the captain. That's Sam Kujabi. Abdullah Kujabi to Usainu Sedi. Usainu find it difficult to control that one. Intercepted, but that's a free kick awarded to Fajara South. A free kick to Fajara South. Almost at this edge of the center circle. Fajara South there with the ball from the number 21 Palanding Samsidin Rada. Samsidin with the ball. Another throw for Fajara South. Another throw for Fajara South there. Too easy for Fakeba. Kante there, trying to take his time and send in some instruction to his players to be well organized, most especially the forwards line before the ball will drop. Hussein with the header to Wuri. Wuri now. Wuri with the ball for KWT. And that was intercepted there by Fajara. Malang Conte to Abdullah Kujabi. Kujabi now trying to put in a very good pass, but that was blocked. That's Sajo Bojang to Yaya. Yaya, and that's a very dangerous one, an opportunity for Fajara South there to their number 16, and that's a very good clearance. Well, Ismail Fajara South in few occasions came in very close to finding their first goal. I think Fajara South looks the better side as far as this first half is concerned, looking at the couple of chances that came across to their end compared to KWT. I think they are the better side as far as the first half is concerned.
Well, actually, perhaps one can say, well, they are the better side, but then we will also have to at least put it to this way. Well, they're getting more chance, they're getting more opportunity, and one can say if you have your opportunities, you need to bury them. That is, you need to capitalize them. That is where sometimes they will tell you football is miracle. So expect the unexpected. But actually, Fajara, they're getting more opportunity, and they have to capitalize. They did not capitalize, and KWT happen to get any opportunity here. That might be the end of Fajara South for this encounter. But as we all know, both these two teams, they already knew they have many games ahead, perhaps to qualify for second division, as you alluded earlier on. At least, the founder of this KWT, that is MS, will tell you, well, we are here to stay in this at least third division, but the motive behind is at least to qualify for first division. That's a wonderful shot, and that could have been one of its kind. Brilliant there. It went so high from that side. So KWT MS will tell you we are here at least to move to the second division, to be able to at least sell most of our these players, because you cannot be remaining within the academic, and now you get in the third division team from KWT that they can be able now at least to come up and then compete and come to the second division. That's where we can get more opportunity and then get more people to at least be eyeing for this academy, because the academy has been producing a lot of brilliant stars, and you can see from Fajara side as well, they will also tell we are here at least to move to second division, and that's where the workload here is very, very tight for both of these two teams, but they have more games to compete, and they have what they call a battle to at least complete in this third division, which can bring them to second division within a blink of an eye as well.
Well, absolutely, Ismaila Tamba, thank you very much. And the first half will soon comes to an end, and that's going to be a throw-in to be taken by Samsidin Baji of Fajara South. A long one there from, and that's dangerous. Very close there, and that's another corner. Another corner there for Another corner there. Another corner for Fajara South. KWT needs to be careful. And this is a corner. And that's a corner there. Very good header there. And it's still there for Fajara. Palandin Jalo with the ball. Jalo there to the number 22. Fajara now to the number 2. Musa Sanyan sends in a cross, and this is dangerous. And it's a foul. That's a foul. And a free kick. A free kick for KWT. Kante there with a long one, headed away, and that's a free kick to Fajara South now. Free kick there to Fajara South. Free kick to Fajara South. That's Samsidin to the number 16. Ansumana Drame with the cross. Looking out there for Palandin Jalo. Intercepted there by Ibrahim Anyasi to Senu now. Clearance from KWT, and that's bring us to the end of the first half here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Is KWT nil, Fajara South nil. Ismaila, that's the end of the first half.
Well, Abdullah, that is the end of the first half. But as I say earlier on, Fajara could have capitalized more of these chances that they, at least, get from this onset from this first half. And then, you can even see the KWT, that is the defending line of KWT, need to be so cautious at the beginning of this encounter, or that is the first half. And that's why most of the time, they're getting more of what you call lack of communication from that onset or from that, defending side. So perhaps, the players for Fajara South, they knew, for them, the defending side is so low, so we have to put more pressure. When we put more pressure, we might get a goal at any angle of this encounter. But I think MS and the crew, or MS and the Council of Elders with the technical side, they need to work on from their at least defending side to be so cautious and let them, be so composed, be so calm, and be so, relaxed, to push the ball so that they can get something when we come to this second encounter or second half of this game. But then Fajara Souths have got more opportunity as well. Well, back to you. I think this is where we're going to throw the curtain, and we'll be back again, at least to bring you ball-to-ball commentary live at Serekunda East Mini Stadium for this KM Tat Division game. Yes.
Well, thank you very much. Tamba will be back shortly after the second half, after the first half break. commentary here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, and we are live here, broadcasting live from the screen of Dalaso TV Gambia, and I am here with my colleague Ismail Atamba, and the second half just and that's the number 3 for Fajara South. A very good save there by Fakeba Kante. Back to Fajara now. That's Sam City. Played to the number 6, Abdullah Gomez. Gomez now. Gomez. And very good football there from Fajara South. The number 3 there, that was a very poor pass. That was a poor communication from the Fajara South. Number 3, who is Abdullah Ijasi, and the number 11 there, Yankuba Sane. And that will be a goal kick there for KWT Fakeba Kante. Fakeba Kante there with a long one there, looking out for Wuri to Usenu, and that's a free kick to KWT as Usenu Sedi has been fouled. Usenu Sedi has been fouled, and that will be a free kick for KWT. Segu Ture will be taking the free kick there for KWT. Headed away from the Fajara defender Malam Conte there to Yaya Jata. Jata to Seku. Seku there. That was a poor pass from Seku Ture. That will be a goal kick for Fajara South. A goal kick there for Fajara South. Number 16, Sumana Drame. Drame to the number 11, Yankuba Sane. Sane to the number 8, who is Aliu Dabo. Aliu Dabo plays to the number 3 there. Young Abdullah Jasi intercepted by Malang Konde for KWT. Abdullah Kujabi. A long clearance there by KWT. Ibrahim Anyasi. Fajara South, number 3, Abdullah Jasi with the ball. Sankung Kambi with the clearance. And that's Abdullah Jasi. Fajara South once again retain back the position. And that's Yaya Jata for KWT. Intercepted. Usenu Sedi. Sedi with the ball. Played to Jata. Jata to Malang Conte. Conte there. And that's a very poor pass from Malang Conte. And that would be a throw-in for Fajara South. Taken quickly. Goalkeeper now. Mohamed Jete. Jete to the number 2, Musa Sanyang. Sanyang sends in a long pass to the number 16, who is Ansumana Drame. Drame there, but that was intercepted there, and which leads to a foul and a free kick being awarded to KWT at the far end of the field. Sajo Bojang, the experienced defender, sends in a long one there, looking out for Amadou Wuri there. Sankung Kambi now, and that's a counter for Fajara South. A very good block there by Abdullah Kujabi. Well, Ismaila Tamba, welcome back to the second period of the game.
Yeah, Abdullah, absolutely. The way now we can see, perhaps one can say KWT are now resting, confidence from that first half, and the starting is, absolutely brilliant for them. They are getting more opportunity, and they are pushing more balls to at least Fajara's own court. But one can say KW, the way they started this second half, if they can maintain it, one can say the opportunity of them, getting the goal, or at least, to have something in this encounter will be so easy for them. You can see now the build up and the connectivity is so intense for KWT. But I think Fajara need to be so cautious on their byline, and if not, any opportunity that KWT will get here, that will be their one of its kind for this encounter as well. But back to you.
Well, thank you very much, Tamba. And that's going to be a goal, a throw in there for KWT. Fakeba now with the ball. A long one from Fakeba. Headed away. And that's Fajara South trying to mount pressure there, and that's an opportunity for Fajara South, perhaps one of the best opportunity World Tamba for Fajara South. This is a clear opportunity which could have been a goal, but unfortunately a very poor tap there from the player.
Well, this one could have been one of its kind, and perhaps he might, shook his hand with Paradise, could have given that Fajara South something at least to smile or something to celebrate for on. But the calculation was very poor from his onset, and this one could have been one of its kind, and a very brilliant, build up a very brilliant opportunity. You dare not, at least waste such, opportunity, and that's why most of these gaffers will get out of control when it comes to such opportunity. And perhaps as I say earlier on, you have to capitalize your opportunity. If not, football is miracle. Expect the unexpected as well. But Fajara South are wasting more opportunity in this encounter. Abdullah, you have to capitalize your opportunity.
Well, thank you very much, Ismaila Tamba. Indeed, a very interesting moment here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium as we into the second period of the game, and as we speak right now, there is a break where the player was receiving treatment there from the medics. Long one there from Fakeba. And that was double changes from KWT there. Number 7 just came in, Modu Lamin Jaju, and of course Fra Mendy has been introducing, and a long one there from the goalkeeper, and that will be a throw. A throw now for a throw there for KWT Sangun Kambi with the throw. Sangun Kambi there with the throw. Clearance there from Fajara South. That's a very good counter. Through there, number 16, Usmana Drame. Cross comes in. That was a very good pass there. And a low one from Fakeba there. Fakeba. That will be the goalkeeper Mohamed Jete. Played to his captain, number 15 there, Usman Sanyang with a long pass there. That's an offside. An offside there. Offside. That's Nyasi Tofra Mendy. Now that throw for KWT Sangun Kambi will be taking the throw for KWT. Looking out for the new entrance there, Modlamin, as KWT trying to reinforce their forward line, and that was a very good blocked there from Sangun Kambi, but a free kick to Fajara South. A free kick there taken quickly by the captain Usman Sanyan to Samsidin. Malang Conte with the ball. Conte now looking out for Modlamin. That's Kambi Sankung. Fra with the ball. A long pass from the number 8 for Fajara South, who is Aliu Dabo. That's a throw. A throw. Fakeba. Fakeba there to Ibrahim Anyasi. Fakeba there to Fra Mendy with the ball. Plates to Sangun Kambi. Sangun there looking out for the number 7 there, Modu Lamin Jaju, but that was too much for Jaju. That will be a goal kick now for Fajara South. A goal kick there for Fajara South. Usman Sanyo. Sanyo with the ball. Sanyo with a long pass. And this is a very good counter for Fajara South, as KWT need to be careful with these tall and key Fajara South forward lines. And the number 8, Fra to Wuri. Wuri now. Well, KWT find it difficult to connect in their forward lines. And that's a cross. Fajara South coming closer there. Very good clearance from Sajo Bojang. Now that's very good football there from the Fajara South. Abdullahi Gomez to the goalkeeper. trying to connect to the number 3, who is Abdullah Jasi, but was too much. Modlamin Jaju there. Not a convincing pass there from Jaju. That was too much from Jaju. That will be a goal kick now for a goal kick now taken by Fajara South goalkeeper Jete. Jete to the number 6, Abdullah Gomez. Gomez with a long pass. Sadio Bojang with a very good clearance there. And that's Sam Sidin, who looks very effective for Fajara South today. And now to the... That will be a throw-in for Fajara South. A throw for Fajara South. A throw for Fajara South. It's still goalless here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, the famous East Park. And that's a long throw headed away by Sadio Bojang. The veteran defender has been very helpful for the KWT back line. Keba Kante with a long one. And that's a headed away by Usman Sanyang, the experienced captain there. Sankun Kambi with the throw for KWT. Looking out for Fra Mendy. And that's a free kick to Fajara South. A free kick to Fajara South. A free kick there to Fajara South. You're reminded you're watching Dalaso TV, and we're broadcasting live here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. It's the 2026 KWT, well, KM Regional 3rd Division competition. That's a very good football from the Fajara side, who are currently dominating the position. KWT needs to be very careful. And that will be a throw. A double substitution from Fajara South. Number 19, number 16 for Fajara South are all coming in. Number 19, Duru Nyang, who and the number 17, Omar Gazama, has been introduced for Fajara South in this second period of the game. Wuri now to Usenu and Sam Sidin with a long pass headed away. That's from Mendy. Looking out for Usenu Sedi there. And that's an opportunity. Usenu Sedi could have done better there, at least moving forward with the ball. Getting closer to the opponent's 18-yard box will be you either go forward and see how best you can easily score or win a penalty at the end of the day. But unfortunately, that was a West one from Usenu Sedi, captain for KWT. Has been in a very good form this season. That's Fra Mendy to Malan Conte. Conte to Fra now. Plates to Yaya. Fra with the ball. Very good football there from the new entrance of KWT player, Fra. And that was too much for Fra. And that's going to be a goal kick. A goal kick there now for A goal kick for taken by Fajara South. It's still goalless here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, and that's a foul and a free kick. A free kick there to Serekunda, to Fajara South. You reminded you're watching Dalaso TV, and we are broadcasting live here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. KM Regional 3rd Division competition. Yaya Jata to Malang Conte. Conte to Jata. Jata Abdullah Kujabi now. Sankun Kambi now to Modlamin Jaju to looking out for Useno. That was a good pass there from Yaya Jata. Sajo Bojang now to Fra, and that's a free kick now to KWT, and that's a booking. Well, Tambawi definitely seen some very interesting football. The second half looks very interesting from both sides, and we're seeing a very good and impressive football for that matter.
Well, absolutely, Abdullahi, absolutely. I think from the technical side for KWT, now perhaps one can say after that, cooling break and that, at least first half, ended, and I believe the technical side has instructed the players at least with some, at least internal changes, and now we can see the likes of Francis is putting more pressure on Fajara side, and we have the substitute like the likes of Modlamin Jaju, who is also doing absolutely fantastic from the second half, and we see the likes of Sankun Kambi, who is absolutely pairing with Modlamin, that is putting more effort when it comes to this build-up, and now we can see KWT are having more opportunity compared to their first half and comparing to the opportunities that Fajara got, and now the pressure is now up on Fajara because the physicality counts with players from Fajara South, and that's why most of the time if KWT want to use what they call the long balls, they are more physical than them, and now they are using more opportunity to bring the balls down so that they calculate most of their steps, and now we can see KWT are putting more effort, and from now on, from any moment of now on, one can say KWT can have any opportunity from here, and they might not waste that opportunity. You can see from Francis or Fra, you may call him as a very brilliant substitution from that side. So but let's wait and see. But KWT are putting more effort, and the way they are going compared to the first half, absolutely the second half is so brilliant from now on.
Absolutely a brighter moment for KWT. Usenu Sedi trying to pass through the Fajara South defense line but find it difficult, and that will be a throw-in for KWT. A throw for KWT, and that would be another W substitution for KWT. Yaya Jata will be coming in together with Hussein Usedi. They have all been taken off, and Ibrahima Ba Ibrahima Bari rather, alias Suta, has been introduced, and of course the number 6 for KWT Modu Baji has also been introduced now. And that will be a throw in there for KWT. It's still goalless here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. That's a throw for KWT. Headed away by Abdullah Kujabi. And Fajara South there, very good clearance by Sajo Bojang. And that was a very good clearance from the experienced Sajo Bojang. And that will be a throw in for KWT. Malang Conte. Malang Conte. Well, there will be another cooling break according to the central referee, and I think there will be another cooling break from the commentary decks also, Ismaila Tamba, and the second half is in progress at this point in time. Interesting moment as both teams are putting up a respectable performance.
Well, absolutely. Both the two teams are putting more brilliant performance from this encounter. That is Fajara South and KWT of Cloroba. Well, we now having another cooling break, but I believe we're gonna have two cooling breaks, and then the first half was the first of its kind cooling break of this encounter. Now we're having another cooling break in this second half. But then, absolutely, one might say, Abdullah, the technical side for KWT have now understand, the mantra for this encounter from the Fajara base side or Fajara South base side. They have more of, physical, more of, having that intensity with this encounter. And that's why they are now, you can even see from that communique for KWT that, there no need to at least go with high balls. Just, bring all balls down so that, you play the flanks and you make so the center line, that is the midfield side, need to distribute, so that now we can see even that tall and lanky defender of Fajara side is more of, lacking that, that energy to at least pull more balls. But for now on, we've seen absolutely fantastic from KWT, and which is Fajara might have to say, well, this is now the only thing that we can, also come up with this encounter. We need to at least put more effort on their own side so that we can get anything from this second half. But it's all nil-nil at Serekunda East Mini Stadium. You watching live at Dalazo TV to this KM third division games right here. That is Friday, the 3rd of April 2026.
Well, thank you very much, Ismaila Tamba. It's still goalless here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. And that's a throw. A throw for Fajara South. Abdullah Jasi with the throw to the new entrance, the number 19 there, Dudu Nyang, and that will be a goal kick for KWT. That will be a goal kick for KWT. Sajo Bojang to Malang Conte at the left hand side of the field, headed away by Ibrahima Barry to Wuri, and that's a long one there. Now to the new entrance for Fajara South. Cross comes in, that seems to be a long one, and that will be a goal kick now to a goal kick now to a goal kick now to A low one from Fakeba. Keba now. Fajara South. Abdullah Jasi. Framendi. Abdullah Kujabi. Ibrahim Nyasi. Sankun Kambi. Kambi now to Ibrahim Bari. Bari looking out for Fra. That was a very long pass. Very good football from the KWF-TFA. And that's a free kick. A free kick to Fajara South, almost at the edge of the center circle. Played quickly by Abdullah Gomez to Usman Sanyan there, and that will be a throw-in for KWT. A throw-in for KWT. A throw for KWT. And that would be a goal kick now. The goalkeeper played quickly to Abdullah Gomez. Gomez moving the ball in the deep of the midfield, but it was intercepted. But Lamin Jaju, that was a poor football from Jaju there of KWT. And that's a counter from Fajara South. Cross comes in. Very, very good save there by Fakeba. A long pass from Fakeba to Wuri. Amadou Wuri Ba. Ba there with the ball. Who was handed a captain and ban. Now to Fra Mendy. Fra Mendy now. Fra Mendy cross comes in from Fra, and that's KWT, and that's a free kick to Fajara South. That was a foul. A free kick to Fajara South. Still goalless here. The Serekunda East Mini Stadium. You reminded you're watching Dalaso TV, and we are broadcasting live here at the famous Serekunda East Mini Stadium 2026 KM Regional Third Division competition.
From Francis Ofra.
And now third division competition. One of the
From Francis Ofra.
And now third division. One of the and that would be a free kick to there to one of the Fajara South. 78 minutes played. We left with 12 minutes to the regulation time. Let's see what will span out here from now against the end of the game. Two players behind the ball. The number 17, and that's a dangerous one. Very good effort there by Keba Kante. Well, Ismaila Tamba, that was a brilliant free kick.
Absolutely, Abdullah. I think perhaps this would have a free kick could have at least, distributed the set piece, so that there will be what we call that, push and pull for them to have, something at the end. But then it's a very low one as well. But we can say perhaps the likes of Abdullah Gomez of Fajara, and then Usenu. You can even see them. You say Usenu is the captain. That is Captain Fantastic Usenu. He's absolutely brilliant at the backline of Fajara. And that's why sometimes they will tell you perhaps defenders winning what you call titles and strikers winning what you call games, and then it's absolutely a chance for KWT. Well, can they do it? Can they do it? Absolutely, absolutely. One of the most fantastic build up, Abdullah. You can even see. That's why, as I mentioned earlier on, any opportunity that KWT FA can get from this moment can punish Fajara at any angle, at any given moment. But then absolutely KWTFA is absolutely putting more pressure on Fajara side, but the intensity that intense is very, very high from KWT. So Fajara has to be so cautious on. But then you have the likes of Abdullah, we have the likes of Hussein Sanya, who are always so instrumental when it comes to what they call encounters for KWT. But they have to be so cautious because we have the likes of Francis, who is so quick and who is so fast when pushing the ball. We have the likes of Mod Lamin Sanyang, who is so brilliant with this second half. Absolutely, KWT is absolutely brilliant for this second half of this game.
Well, thank you very much, Ismail Atamba. One of the best opportunity for KWT came through. Well, that wonderful combination there from the new entrance of KWT, Modu Baji, and of course Amadou Wuri Ba. That was a brilliant one. That was a very, very, very excellent football. That would have been a beautiful goal and would be a great performance from Amadou Wuri Bari if he happens to put the ball at the back of the net. And that's a free kick for KWT now. Free kick to KWT. Amadou Wuri Bari will now be playing. He's now handed a defensive role, a full back. Well, that's dangerous. A very good save by Fakeba Kante. The experienced goalkeeper came at the right time to clear that dangerous ball from his own half. And now KWT trying to showcase the talents of academy football, knocking the ball from every part of the field, trying to have a very good build-up, and the final touches have to be in the opponent's 18-yard box. Sajo Bojan there with the clearance, and that will be a throw in there for Fajara South. Still goalless here at the famous Serekunda East Mini Stadium, and we broadcasting live here at the East Park. And that's a long one there. Keba Kante there. Plates to Amadou Wuri Ba to Ibrahim Nyasi with a long one. Looking out for Ibrahim Bari, and that's an opportunity for KWT. Ibrahim Bari! That could have been betterly taken by Ibrahim Bari. Tamba.
Well, absolutely, Ibrahim Bari. Well, Abdullahi, well, you dare not waste such opportunities, and knowing that you have just from at least a very, very low performance from the first half and getting the opportunity. We can now see TFA getting more opportunity, more than Fajar, and Ibrahim could have at least calculated, and because already is it Fra that that was at least penetrating through, and they could have coiled the ball, and then the opportunity will be given to him. Even he could have even taken that risk to move forward to give KWT something in this encounter, but it's a very, very low one from his own side, and perhaps MS will absolutely be saying, well, this is not what we taught you, but let's wait and see. Abdullah is getting interesting from this encounter from this onset now.
Well, definitely KWT now, and that's an opportunity. It's a goal! It's a goal! The The number 6, Modu Baji, finally put the ball at the back of the net. A deserving goal for KWT Tamba.
Absolutely, absolutely. As I mentioned earlier, you can see now that is the opportunity that is the opportunities that I was just saying. And for Fajara, this is what they lack from the first half. And now we see Modubaji, who is just from the bench, and he absolutely understood very well from the likes of Abdullah Gomez and the likes of Hussein Usanyang. Absolutely, the connectivity is lacking from now on, because why? As I mentioned earlier on, they are very tall and very lanky, and they having that that intensity to at least grab any ball that is coming. And that's why for Modubaji did not wasted much time, and that is so absolutely brilliant goal scored by Modline Baji. He will be voted as man of the match from their technical side. Abdullah, absolutely, I love from that encounter as well.
Well, that's a deserving lead for KWT. A fantastic goal from Modubaji. Well, this goal will be remembered by Modubaji forever. This is absolutely an excellent goal, a magnificent one, that only great players scored such kind of goals. And he finally put KWT on top. And they are leading by a goal to nil. We can see how this celebration has taken place from the officials, and the substitution has been very effective for KWT. Fra Mendy has been amazing in the midfield. We have seen that connectivity now in the KWT from their forward line. That's Ibrahim Bari now. That's another opportunity for KWT. Ibrahim Bari, and it's a goal! KWT makes it 2-0 here at the Sarakuna East Mini Stadium. What a moment, Ismail Atamba. This is just unbelievable. A fantastic moment, a great moment from the new entrants. They have made that difference, and KWT are enjoying the moment.
Absolutely, Abdullah, absolutely. They will tell you, well, even if you are, being given the opportunity to play in the second half, if you are at the bench, you dare not to waste more time. You are there to calculate. You are there to at least watch. You are there to monitor what is inside the field, and that's why absolutely all these fresh legs that KWTFA are putting there now, giving that connectivity from that onset. And well, this is what MS was saying. Well, you dare not get any opportunity, and then you fail the opportunity. And that's why, as I mentioned earlier on, the opportunity was given to him at the initial stage, and he did not at least capitalize. And now he's given the opportunity, and he did not wasted more time. And now at least Fajara South has a mountain to climb. Perhaps one can say they have mountain Kilimanjaro to climb on, at least to bring something from this onset. But as things stays, KWT are now leading here at Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Well, at least their new entrants are giving them that sweet moment, at least to celebrate Abdullah.
Well, a great moment for Serekunda, well, for KWT here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Ibrahim Bari scored the second goal, and that was a brilliant one. KWTFA are currently enjoying the atmosphere in Serekunda East, and this will be a moment to remember for the academy boys of this Kuloro KWT side. And that's a free kick there to be taken by Fajara, the number 8 Aliu Dabo. KWT, all they need to do now is to defend with their lives, and this is dangerous. That's an own goal by Sajo Bojang. That's an own goal there by Sajo Bojang. KWT needs to be careful, Ismaila Tamba.
Well, absolutely, they need to be careful. In as much as you are leading 2 goals, I think there is no much, at least, pressure that is given to you. What you need to do, at least, you need to be cautious. You need to be so careful at your own byline, or that there's your own center yard. Perhaps one can say that is what you call poor calculation from the defending side, and that's why you can even say the netminder did not in fact take any step, and you can even say the calculation was not in target with the netminder, and that's why the opportunity was given to them as an own goal. And now they need to be so cautious, because in as much as you are leading, what you need to do, you dare not waste more time, and you dare not give more opportunity, because if you give more opportunity, that is the space is given for them to come and then build another encounter as well. But the opportunity is now given to them, and which KWT need to at least remain with this as well, for them to be at least collect the 3 points from this encounter, Abdullah.
Well, thank you very much. It is a goal for Fajara South, and we have seen few minutes to go from the additional time, and KWT, all they need to do now is to defend very well with their lives, and to make sure not to concede any goal here at this point in time. Fakiba Kante there with a long one there, and that would be a throw for KWT. Another throw now to be taken by the throw will be retaken there by Fajara, and this is dangerous, and that's a very good opportunity for Fajara South. Well, KWT definitely need to be careful, Tamba, in these 9 minutes of the game.
Well, Abla, they need to be so careful. At least, you have to defend very well. In defending so well, they will not waste much opportunity when it comes to this encounter, because this is where you are given the opportunity to collect the 3 points, and collecting the 3 points will serve a long way for this campaign, at least to qualify to the second division. So when you are leading, you need to be so careful. You need to be so cautious. You don't waste much time with the ball, and this is where at least the netminder is now giving the opportunity to talk to his players, to talk to his at least defenders, so that they need to be so cautious when it comes to set piece. And now it's another set piece that Fajara South is now awarded for. So it will be so intensive for them as well.
Well, that's a free kick there for. That's a free kick for Fajara South. A very dangerous one there. Well, KWT at this point in time, everybody will be shaking, and the central referee, they are trying to warn the goalkeeper to avoid time wasting. KWT, all they need to do is to fight with their lives, to defend with their lives. That's a free kick. Free kick there to KWT. Free kick. Left with 1 minute some seconds to go, and that's a very good clearance. Well, that was a very poor decision there from Fakeba. Well, Tamba, I think Fakeba needs to be careful.
Well, absolutely, Farkeo need to be so careful. And to me, well, from the technical side of KWT, you can even see perhaps one can say they are sitting on an egg, and then, well, you can see from the Fajara side, even for them, they thought, this is absolutely an opportunity for them to equalize at least they have that share point from the onset. But one can say it is never over until it is all over here at Serekunda East. And then now, from those 2 goals that KWT got, still now they are so low, they are not pressing. They need to press. If they press, one can say they can even have another goal from any angle, from any moment for this encounter. They are not pressing. They need to press. If they press, one can say they can even have another.
Well, thank you very much, Ismaila Tamba. It's indeed a very well. Finally, that brings us to the end of the game, and it's a victory for KWT. A very important victory for KWT in KM Third Division Regional Third Division competition. It was a good first half for Fajara South, but failing to capitalize on their chances. After coming into the second half, we've seen KWT introduce some fresh legs, and they were very effective for them, and they eventually scored 2 important goals, and which eventually led them to victory as far as this game is concerned. And what a great performance from the Academy boys of Kuloro.
Yeah, absolutely. This is my first time of watching this game, but then absolutely they did everything to collect the 3 points from this build up or from this encounter, because knowing that at least they have more games that are left for them to get the opportunity to climb to the second division. And MS and his technical side wasted no time when it comes to the second half, because they lose a lot of balls, they lose a lot of at least opportunity with the first half, which Fajara South did not capitalize. And that's why I made mention, if you did not capitalize your chances from the onset, your opponent might get any angle from any given moment. And that's why KWTFA got all those opportunities from this second half, and they happened to bury those opportunities. And now they had Fajara side have a picture to swallow this encounter, and KWT are going with those 3 points and going with a smile as well. So absolutely fantastic from their own side. I think if they can maintain this intensity as from this onset, they can be able to move as well. So I believe it's absolutely very interesting, Abdullah. Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Ismaila Tamba. That was a very good performance from KWT, and we're definitely hoping to witness this and many more great performance from KWTFA. And as we speak right now, it is a very important victory for KWT.
Well, MS is all dust and done right here at Serekunda East Mini Stadium between these 2 encounters, that is Fajara South and KWFA. What's your reaction knowing that the 3 points serve as very important and very significant to the qualification to the second division? What's your reaction?
Well, it was tough. Fajara, they are a well-experienced team, and they played very well in the first half. We were in the pressure. They put lots of pressure on us, but that is based on the pitch. They understand it too. It's our first time playing here, and yeah, we learned about that, and we came up in the second half. It's different. We went tactically. We try to improve, and then all of a sudden it works for us, and that is beautiful. To win this game, it is one of the most important thing we've been looking for, because winning this game will still put us in the contest for the trophy. So of course it's a pleasure to win this game.
What have you learned from the onset for this encounter? One can say it's a very, 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 very difficult test for you, knowing that this is your first time playing here at Serekunda East, and knowing that Fajara South are closer to this. One can say they have the opportunity to play here.
Yeah, I made some findings about Fajara, and I realized that they have experienced players, and then matured players for that matter. So, but when we saw them play, as the games kicks on, we see they play more of long balls and try to capitalize on their attacking force, because they have pacey players up front. So we have to change the system that we were playing in order to cope with the situation on the ground. So Fajara is a tough team, and we know they can win any team also, because they have lots of experience playing against them. You see how it is, at the final end we were defending down deep, and it was so tough on us. So but it was good to know about a little bit about them, about their team before getting to this place. So when we came here also, we came round the whole ground to supervise, to see how the ground looks like before even starting our warm-up. So that also helps us a lot, in order to prepare for the game better.
One can say you might have to say, well, sending messages to other teams that are part of this KM, knowing that KWT is from Cloro. Could it be a message to other teams to know that we are, KWT are not here just to compete, but to at least search for victory to the first division?
Yeah, that is the mission. Of course, we are from Cloro, far away, and we are an academy. We working on a project with LK Giants, and if you can see, it's KWT Giants. It's a partnership. It's a team that was existing here in KM, so we replaced them, and we performing, and we are here for the trophy, and we want to see ourselves up from there in the second division next year. So that is the mission, and we have young players, and we ready to conquer.
What message do you have finally to all our fans, or perhaps one can say your fans from all the way from Cloro, from the diaspora, watching this at least encounter for the first time here in KM?
It's to be patient and still support the team, the fans out there, because we have a lot of young players, and we have a target, we have a dream to achieve. So we will keep on working on our on our weaknesses to improve better. Towards the end of the season, we see what will happen. So we're telling the fans, let's let them be behind the team to support as they're doing continuously. We will make them proud, and surely they will celebrate with us at the end of the season.
All right, thank you so much. That is MS, that is the founder of KWTFA, and I am Ismail Atamba, taking him through to the post-match interview. Thank you so much. I am Ismail Atamba, and then with Abdullah Njai, and then Osman Bojang. Thank you so much. We really appreciate those that are listening, those that are watching as well. It's KWT that have already collected the 3 points here at KM third division match here at Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Thank you so much, and bye-bye from us.